For decades, people have noticed a strange pattern around the Kardashians. A high-status man starts dating one of them, and not long after the relationship ends, his life seems to slide downhill. Sometimes it's subtle, sometimes it's dramatic, sometimes it looks like bad luck, and sometimes it looks like something darker. Whether the relationship is truly the cause or just a coincidence, it happens often enough that the internet gave it a name: the Kardashian Curse. But the curse is deeper than most people realize. Because while a lot of these men lose momentum, career momentum, public respect, even peace of mind, the women almost always gain something powerful on the other side. Bigger brands, higher status, more visibility, more leverage. In fact, if you look closely, this relationship-to-publicity model is a huge part of how the Kardashian empire was built into a billion-dollar machine, and the architect of that machine was their mother, Kris Jenner. If that sounds harsh, that's because it is. In this blueprint, the men aren't just boyfriends. They're storylines, they're headlines, they're stepping stones. And for the brand, the fallout is often part of what keeps the audience watching. So today, we're doing a full deep dive. Kick back, grab a snack, and let's stop dancing around it. Let's get into the Kardashian curse. Kim Kardashian didn't start with nothing. She started with access. First, let's get something straight. Kim Kardashian does not have a classic rags-to-riches story. Kim was born into wealth and proximity to power. Her father, Robert Kardashian, was a famous and respected attorney, most famously known for being part of O.J. Simpson's defense team. Kim didn't grow up dreaming about survival. She grew up around influence. By the time she was about 20, Kim had worked in her father's office. But her real dream wasn't law. It wasn't a normal career. Her dream was Hollywood, celebrities, attention, status, the inner circle. So she did what someone with access and ambition does. She found a route in. Kim started a celebrity closet organizing and cleaning business, working with clients who already lived in that world. People like Kenny G, Rob Lowe, Serena Williams, and others. This wasn't fame yet, but it was proximity. And proximity is often the first step toward visibility. Her first major leap into the Hollywood scene came when she became the personal stylist for singer Brandy, who just so happened to be the sister of a rising star named Ray J. Ray J, the doorway into the spotlight. In the early 2000s, Ray J wasn't a joke. He wasn't a meme. He was that guy from the tape. Ray J was one of the biggest up-and-coming celebrities of that era. A teen sensation, a musician with hits, a name that carried weight. He had recognizable songs like Let It Go, Wait a Minute with Lil' Kim, Another Day in Paradise, and more. His most widely known track, One Wish, peaked high on the charts and helped cement him as a real figure in pop culture. And he wasn't just music. He was acting too: movies, TV appearances, a growing resume. He looked like he was heading straight into long-term stardom. Kim understood something that would define the entire Kardashian rise. Dating the right person can be a shortcut to the right spotlight. Soon enough, Kim and Ray J started dating. And at the time, Kim wasn't the Kim we know now. She wasn't a household name. She was basically known as Ray J's girlfriend. But that would change fast. The tape that wasn't supposed to be seen. Before Kim officially became famous, she had just come out of a divorce with music producer Damon Thomas, who was about 10 years older than her. They married when she was 19, and Kim later claimed she was heavily under the influence at the wedding. She would also later describe the relationship as abusive, mentally and physically. Then came Ray J, and during that relationship, they made what would become the most infamous turning point in Kardashian history: the sex tape. The tape was filmed at a luxury resort around Kim's 23rd birthday. Kim later said she was extremely high during the recording. It was filmed in 2003, but it didn't go public until 2007, 4 years later. When it finally surfaced, it wasn't just leaked, it was sold. Vivid Entertainment bought it for over $1 million from a third party because they knew it would explode. And it did. In the first 6 weeks alone, the tape reportedly generated over $1.6 million. Kim claimed she never approved the release and sued Vivid, eventually settling for $5 million. Then the tape was released officially anyway. The public story was simple. A private tape leaked and accidentally launched a star. But the deeper story, according to many critics, researchers, and writers, is that it wasn't accidental at all. It was calculated. The Paris Hilton blueprint. Before Kim became Kim Kardashian, she was also the personal stylist and friend of Paris Hilton. Paris famously had her own sex tape leak in 2003, and not long after that, her reality show The Simple Life premiered to enormous viewership, helping her build a massive media identity. Does that sound familiar? Because soon after Kim's tape became public, Keeping Up with the Kardashians premiered, and it became the engine that turned a family into a global business empire. The first season leaned heavily into the tape storyline. The curiosity, the scandal, the public obsession, it worked. The show drew attention, pulled in viewers, and created a new category of celebrity, famous for being famous, then famous for selling the lifestyle of being famous. Journalist Ian Halperin wrote in the Kardashian dynasty that Kris Jenner planned the sex tape leak, claiming it was suggested through connections in their circle. Whether you believe the claim or not, the results speak for themselves. The tape became the domino that pushed Kim into permanent stardom. And as Kim climbed, Ray J slowly started falling. Ray J after Kim, a career that never fully recovered. To be clear, Ray J didn't instantly crash. He did get publicity. He signed a multi-million-dollar album deal. He had hits like Sexy Can I? He even starred in reality shows like For the Love of Ray J. But after the initial wave, the momentum faded. His music stopped charting the same way. The acting opportunities dried up. The mainstream stopped taking him seriously as a multi-talented entertainer. By the time he released I Hit It First in 2013, a song widely believed to be about Kim, the song only caught attention because of controversy. And it was one of the last times he saw real mainstream buzz. After that, legal troubles and public image problems piled on. And today, for many people, Ray J is remembered for one thing: the tape. Not the early 2000s R&B star, not the actor, not the rising celebrity. Just the tape. And that brings us to a man who arguably got hit even harder. Reggie Bush, from football royalty to public humiliation. If Ray J at least kept some kind of identity, Reggie Bush lost something else: legacy. In the early 2000s, Reggie Bush was untouchable. He was the #1 running back in the nation, a superstar at the University of Southern California, and in 2005 he won the Heisman Trophy, one of the highest honors in American college football. His NFL future looked golden. Even before he was drafted, brands were chasing him. He signed a multi-million-dollar Adidas deal. The hype wasn't exaggerated. He was seen as a true prodigy. Then in 2007, he met Kim Kardashian at an awards event, and soon the two became a couple. Reggie was a football star. Kim was becoming a media star. It looked like a power couple. But the real power, as always, was the spotlight, and who controlled the narrative inside it. The show turned their relationship into a weapon. Kim and Reggie became a major focus of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, especially in season 2. And reality TV doesn't just show relationships. It shapes them. It edits them into stories. It highlights what it wants, hides what it needs, and positions the audience to root for who the producers want to win. Drama made viewers, viewers made money. The show leaned into scandal again, like the Sexy Calendar storyline, which got leaked by Kris Jenner, keeping the same cycle alive. Private becomes public, public becomes profit. Season 2 ratings jumped massively, averaging around 1.5 to 2 million viewers per episode. Kim's name became bigger, louder, unavoidable. Business opportunities flooded in. Eventually, the relationship cracked under pressure, schedules, fame, and the constant glare. They split up, briefly reunited, then split again. And the show framed it like this: Kim is thriving, Reggie is bitter. The Kardashians look victorious, the man looks disposable. And soon enough, the Curse storyline takes shape again. The scandal that stained Reggie Bush's name. Reggie still had NFL moments. He helped the Saints win a Super Bowl season and had solid years with other teams. But then came the off-field collapse. Around the time of his breakup with Kim, it was revealed he allegedly received major improper benefits during his USC days: rent-free housing for his parents, travel expenses, cash hotel stays, serious NCAA violations. The consequences were brutal. USC had to vacate wins, and Reggie had to return the Heisman Trophy. That wasn't just a scandal, It was a legacy fracture. By 2017, Reggie retired, often labeled as one of the most overhyped players in NFL history, his name permanently associated with controversy instead of greatness. And Kim moved forward with no visible damage. In fact, she moved forward into something even bigger. Kris Humphries, the marriage that looked like a business move. After Reggie, Kim began dating NBA player Kris Humphries. Kris wasn't the next Michael Jordan. He wasn't a prodigy like Reggie, but he was a solid player who improved year after year. He signed a major deal with the New Jersey Nets in 2010, his best period A. The time. And right around then, he started dating Kim Kardashian. It moved fast, almost suspiciously fast. Within 5 months, Kris proposed. The engagement became a major storyline on the show. The wedding became a televised event. Kim's fairytale wedding, a 2-part spectacle promoted like a national holiday. Magazines hyped it, news outlets obsessed over it. The entire world felt like it was being told, this is what matters right now. Kris seemed genuinely in love. Kim, however, appeared, at least to critics, to be in love with the moment. During the wedding hype, she released a limited edition fragrance tied to the event, Kim Kardashian Love, because the wedding wasn't just romance, it was branding. Then 72 days later, Kim filed for divorce. She cited irreconcilable differences without giving clear detail, but to many observers it looked obvious. The marriage served its purpose. A former publicist even supported the idea that it was done for attention and ratings. Humphries eventually caught on and filed for an annulment, meaning he wanted the marriage erased like it never happened. He felt used, and he wanted out of the narrative. But once again, the show framed him as the villain, toxic, obsessive, bitter, the man who couldn't let go. After 2 years of legal back and forth, he finally signed the divorce papers. And then the fallout hit. Humphries after Kim, from player to punchline. Kris had a strong year in 2012 with a major contract. He had moments of high performance. But the public humiliation didn't stop. Fans mocked him, he got booed. He became a tabloid figure, and all the noise created anxiety and isolation. He wasn't just playing basketball anymore, he was playing inside a circus he didn't choose. The worst part, he felt like the relationship was real. And when people called it fake, that was the wound that never healed. Over time, he got traded repeatedly, shifting from a rising NBA name into a journeyman. When he retired in 2019, his potential felt unfinished, his legacy reduced to one label. Kim Kardashian's ex-husband. Another pawn, another storyline. And once again, the pattern becomes harder to ignore. Once is chance. Twice is coincidence. 3 times is a pattern. Khloé joins the strategy. Rashad McCants and Lamar Odom. Kim wasn't the only one benefiting from this ecosystem. The show didn't just elevate Kim, it elevated the whole family. And Khloé especially used a similar playbook. Her first major relationship was with NBA player Rashad McCants, introduced through Reggie Bush. Rashad was promising, a strong college athlete, a first-round pick. He was building momentum, career highs, potential growth, until he got pulled into the Kardashian spotlight. The relationship became highly public. Then scandal hit, cheating accusations, backlash, public humiliation. Rashad's image took a serious hit, and his career began to unravel, short stints, contracts pulled, teams moving on, missed opportunities. He later claimed openly that dating Khloé damaged his career, saying he would have been a $60–70 million player without that situation. Then less than a year later, Khloé leveled up, straight into a bigger star. Lamar Odom, the relationship that turned into a tragedy. Lamar Odom was a major talent, a promising player who signed a massive deal with the Lakers, built a strong identity, and looked destined for long-term greatness. Khloé met him through a teammate at a party. Again, the same pattern. Celebrity circles, quick chemistry, instant intensity. 3 weeks after dating, Lamar proposed. A week later, they were married. 2 months earlier, they didn't even know each other. Now they shared a last name. Their wedding aired on the show and drew massive viewership. The relationship became a product, content, drama obsession. The paparazzi invaded everything. Fans wanted every detail. Khloé became a household name and capitalized. Brand deals, fragrance launches, a spin-off series focused entirely on their relationship. At first, Lamar's career rose too, championships, awards, success. But the pressure of non-stop publicity began crushing him. He stepped away from the spin-off. Then he was traded from the Lakers to the Mavericks, a move that became the beginning of his career collapse. Benched, cut, performance dropping, he never truly peaked again. Behind the scenes, the darker truth emerged: addiction. For 2 years, Lamar reportedly hit a drug problem. Khloé tried to intervene, rehab attempts, investigators, constant monitoring. In 2013, Lamar was arrested for DUI, refused chemical tests, and ended up with probation and education programs. The marriage became toxic. Khloé filed for divorce. Lamar delayed it. The public saw pieces of the chaos on season 9, but off-camera it was reportedly worse. Then came the near-death rock bottom. In October 2015, Lamar spent $75,000 on a weekend in a Nevada brothel, where he went on an extreme drug and sex binge. He reportedly took excessive ants pills and unknown drugs, then overdosed. He suffered kidney failure, multiple heart attacks, strokes, and fell into a coma. He nearly died. By sheer luck or grace, depending on how you see it, he survived. Khloé paused the divorce to support him through recovery, not because she wanted to reunite romantically, but because she didn't want to abandon him in a hospital bed. Eventually, the divorce became official. Lamar's career was already gone. A man who could have been a Hall of Famer became a cautionary tale. Khloé's brand, however, expanded dramatically. Her net worth rose sharply. More businesses, more deals, more attention. The machine kept working. Kourtney and Scott, toxic for a decade, profitable forever. Then there's Kourtney and Scott Disick, the longest, messiest, most toxic relationship the show ever turned into entertainment. Scott was the reckless rich kid archetype. Wild, irresponsible, already arrested for DUI at 18. They met at a house party in 2006, because, for some reason, that's where these relationships always begin. At first, Kourtney didn't even like him. He didn't seem stable. He didn't have a real job. But after a year, they started dating, right as Keeping Up with the Kardashians began filming. Their relationship became content. Every moment was filmed, every fight, every betrayal, every breakdown. Scott cheated, they split. He chased her, they reunited. Kourtney got pregnant. Spin-offs captured everything, including their hookups, their drama, their cycles of separation and return. Scott's drinking and rage escalated. He got aggressive. He punched a mirror in anger. Kourtney tried to set boundaries, breakups, therapy, conditions for reconciliation. But the truth was simple. The relationship was too profitable to end quickly. Fans loved to hate Scott. Drama drew viewers, viewers fueled checks. By season 5, Kourtney was reportedly making around $100,000 per episode, plus huge money from spin-offs. Their dysfunction had become entertainment currency. They had 3 kids. They never married. Scott remained part of the show because he was tied to the family permanently through the children. Scott wasn't destroyed professionally like some of the others, because he gained fame through the Kardashians and stayed inside the ecosystem. But what did collapse was his personal stability. Addiction cycles, messy relationships, bitterness, jealousy, and the slow realization that real life doesn't pay the way reality TV does. Kourtney moved on and built a calmer life. Scott kept chasing youth, models half his age, short-lived flings, trying to prove he still had value in a world that already moved past him. Kendall, Kylie, and the next generation of the pattern. By 2015, the Kardashian family brand had reached insane levels of wealth and power. They weren't playing around anymore. They weren't reality stars. They were a media corporation. And Kendall and Kylie, Kris and Caitlyn Jenner's daughters, were raised inside that machine. They were featured on the show constantly. Stardom came baked in. Kendall became a top model early, working with luxury brands and appearing everywhere. Forbes listed her among the highest-paid models, earning millions annually. And just like her older sisters, Kendall began dating high-profile athletes, so many that people joked she could build her own NBA roster. One of the biggest examples, Blake Griffin. Blake reportedly left a long-term partner, 8 years with a child, for Kendall. He seemed to take the relationship seriously, while Kendall kept it casual, never fully claiming him publicly. They were seen together, events, restaurants, courtside moments, but it didn't last. Blake got clowned publicly for leaving a family for what looked like a fling. The relationship ended quickly, and Kendall moved on. Then Kylie followed a similar route, dating rapper Tyga, a relationship controversial from the start because of age rumors and the uncomfortable timeline. Kylie had her 17th birthday at Tyga's house. The optics were bad, the rumors were worse. Even if they denied it, the public didn't buy the innocence. The day after Kylie turned 18, the relationship became publicly official, almost like they were waiting for legality to make it acceptable. Tyga benefited from the exposure in some ways. Kylie benefited from hip-hop proximity and mainstream attention. But Tyga's image took a hit, his credibility shifted, and he became a punchline for a while, even though he later had a comeback with major hits. Still, the pattern stayed alive. The Kardashian brand expands, the man absorbs the damage, or at least part of it. Kanye West, the biggest victim of the curse. And then we get to the most dramatic example of them all. Kanye West. Out of everyone mentioned, Kanye is arguably the most high-profile case where the fallout became catastrophic. Kim and Kanye's story started years before they officially dated, back to 2003 when Kim was working with Brandy. Over time, their paths crossed repeat. Kanye even kept contact during Kim's relationship with Kris Humphries. Eventually, Kim began dating Kanye while still legally married. They had their first child, North, less than a year into dating. Together, they looked like the ultimate power couple. Kanye, one of the most influential artists of his generation. Kim, the most powerful celebrity brand machine in modern reality TV. When they married in 2014, it was a media spectacle. Massive celebrity attendance, global coverage, nonstop publicity. And Kanye's influence on the Kardashian brand wasn't small. It was transformational. He pushed them from famous into fashion legitimized. He reshaped Kim's image. He redid her wardrobe. He connected her to high fashion. He helped her enter spaces like the Met Gala, which symbolized industry acceptance. Then came the Vogue cover. More legitimacy, more power. Kanye's influence also spilled into business. Kim launched products and brands that made insane money. Emojis, mobile games, fragrances, and eventually SKIMS, whose minimal aesthetic screamed Kanye's design philosophy. Kim herself described him as a ghost creative director, influencing everything from packaging to casting to photographers to styling. They built an empire together. But Kanye's public outbursts became too explosive. During his 2020 presidential run, Kanye revealed deeply personal details, like them allegedly considering aborting their first child. That crossed a line Kim couldn't uncross. In 2021, Kim filed for divorce. At first, the situation looked confusing. Family photos, public appearances, even a staged wedding recreation during a listening event. But then Kim publicly kissed Pete Davidson on TV. The new relationship became official. Kanye spiraled publicly. Social media rants, harassment, jealousy plays, bizarre stunts, violent imagery, and music videos. The public began to see Kanye as unstable. His fanbase fractured. His relationship suffered. His access to his children became part of the conflict. Meanwhile, Kim's own parenting choices faced criticism too, like launching a joint TikTok account with North while Kanye repeatedly objected, and controversies around inappropriate content and optics. But the curse effect on Kanye was bigger than any single controversy. After his public extremist-adjacent statements and praise for infamous historical figures, he lost major business partnerships. Adidas dropped him. He lost billionaire status. His image collapsed. There were claims about addiction issues behind the scenes. His music performance became inconsistent. Even when he had a chart comeback, many fans felt his work had declined compared to his peak. By the end of it, Kanye, once seen as a creative genius, looked like a man using chaos just to stay visible. And ironically, even the man Kim moved on with didn't escape untouched. Pete Davidson, boosted then burned. When Kim started dating Pete Davidson, it didn't initially look serious. It looked like rebound energy, comfort, distraction, fun. They did extravagant dates, renting out movie theaters, vacations, appearing together at big events. Pete confirmed Kim as his girlfriend. The Met Gala appearance added fuel to the fire, especially because Can I had once been the key to Kim entering that world. Pete's fame skyrocketed, sponsors flooded in, brand deals everywhere, commercials nonstop. But after 9 months, the relationship ended, reportedly due to schedules and distance. And then Pete became the one absorbing the backlash, harassment, ridicule, and the sudden shift from funny celebrity boyfriend to overexposed tabloid figure. He reportedly sought trauma therapy. His career momentum cooled. The deals dried up. The mainstream obsession faded, and what was left was a reputation he didn't fully control. So, is the curse real? To be fair, not everyone the Kardashians dated got destroyed. Some people continued thriving. Some relationships didn't end in public collapse. There are exceptions. But the larger pattern still feels undeniable. The Kardashians often treat relationships like chess moves, strategic, profitable, and disposable once the story stops paying. They built a dynasty using attention as currency. They turned romance into content, content into brand, and brand into billions. And Kris Jenner, more than anyone, understood exactly how well it worked. So in the next couple decades, don't be shocked if the next generation follows the same blueprint. Because it's already started.